When we are no longer able to change the situation, we are challenged by ourselves. There are often moments in our life that define us. These single moments that often change the trajectory of our life, that often change us positively or they break us. They often are good moments, very bad moments, but these moments indeed, they define us. And for me, personally, I have one of these defining moments that stick with me, and I call this the basement moment. Sometimes in life, you don't know that you went through a storm until after the storm, right? Many of you can relate if you've been through abuse or just any traumatic events. When I was 6 years old, fresh off the plane from Vietnam, like maybe a year and a half, 2 years, my mom met a new guy in her life who became my stepdad. My stepfather would lock me up in the basement for like 6 to 7 hours a day for, I would say, 6 to 8 months. I don't remember exactly. But every single day after school, he would turn off the electricity, so I couldn't turn on the lights. And it was pitch black, and it was cold because we live in Oregon, so in the winter it can get cold. The first few nights were horrifying, right? And he knew this. He knew I was scared of the dark, and he knew what he was doing. But let me tell you something. He did not break me. I did not let him break me. And I'm sitting here today because I didn't let him break me. When you're a kid, and you're helpless, and you're preyed upon by a grown adult. And many of you might ask, like, how come I didn't tell my mom? Well, my mom, one, she wouldn't have believed me because she was so in love. And two, I also didn't want to make it worse for her. I didn't want to be the problem child. I was very considerate of my mom because I loved her to death. She was the only thing I had. My father, he wasn't around. He was in Vietnam, and I never really got to know who he was till later on in my life. I was crying out for my father, who obviously didn't even know I was crying out for him. And the first few days, it was very tough because I'm very scared of the dark. But I finally found courage to just get up and start walking around, because I wasn't gonna sit at that stairs for how long and just sit there and let him do this to me. I told myself one day I will come out of this. One day. You will get through this, and one day he will see he did not break you. Don't let others' actions define you. Don't let what other people do to you or what they say to you define your life. You are the only one who should make the choice to where your life goes. Do not let others' words keep you from doing what you need to do for yourself. I've been watching a lot of motivational speakers because I feel like they bring something of value. And if you can just learn some of the experiences, the value is tremendous, right? So Jim Rohn, I listen to him a lot. His podcast is always on. I listen to, Jordan Peterson. because I feel like some of the things he says resonate with me. But one person that I listen to a lot when I work out, because he's kind of intense, right? Is David Goggins. I don't know if you guys know about David Goggins, but he's like a Navy SEALs, but he's not like ordinary Navy SEALs. He's like kind of crazy, right? He's been through like 2-3 hell weeks, and he just does stuff because he wants to bring his body to the limits. And the reason why I bring up David Goggins is because he has this defining moment in his life too. The movie Rocky, right, where he gets knocked down and he gets back up, and he said that he watched it like 1,000 times, which I can relate, because I watched Lion King like 1,000 times, but that's another topic. And the fact that he got hit so many times and got up, that moment was etched in David Goggins' head forever, and he would always go back to that moment. Whenever he needed courage, he would go back to that. And for me, my moment is obviously the basement moment. He wanted to break me, right? But he didn't. He couldn't. He made me become who I am today, because it gave me the biggest chip on my shoulder. If I was a 6-year-old kid that can go through that experience and come out of it, nothing can break me. Nothing. There's nothing in this world that can break me. And to this day, whenever I'm going through the ups and downs, when life throws me curveballs that are out of my control, right? Because it will. You gotta expect these curveballs, because they will come. No one lives their lives perfectly without, any unexpected or sad moments, because we're not robots, right? we life is supposed to be lived in all spectrums, right? Like, if you can be happy, you should be able to be sad, and vice versa. So you should enjoy life for what it is, but do not let anyone's words, action, or thoughts, or any of that define you. You should be the sole defining factor of your life, because we've all had these moments. We feel like we've been betrayed, beaten, or left out. Someone left us when we are questioned for our worth. When someone we love says hurtful things. When someone we trust take that trust for granted. Or when people we thought loved us ended up not liking us very much. But let me tell you something. Every scar you carry is a mark of survival, a badge of honor. Every time they counted you out is when preparation is needed to begin. Every time someone says you're done, that's when the universe is saying, one day, just one day. You see, faith is a powerful thing. Do not lose faith in yourself. The world can forget about you, but you must not ever forget about you. Because with patience and with time and planning, you can and you will come back stronger than you ever thought possible. You're not broken, you're refined, shaped by fire, shaped by pressure. I'm not standing here because I had it easy. I'm here because I learned with pain. I turned the fear of darkness into a passion for the night, because I knew that one day I would find the light. And I want you to do the same. Whatever you're facing, depression, grief, sadness, addiction, regret, I want you to know you are a lot better than you think you are. And that those moments do not define you. You define yourself. Don't ever give up that fire, because when they think you're finished, that's when you rise. Not with anger, because that only has one speed. Not with revenge, because it makes you blind. But with patience and with purpose, let the scars tell your story, not of a victim, but of a warrior who refused to stay down. A child who refused the darkness and lit the light with his own soul. Because your story isn't over yet. Don't wait for permission to rise, because you do not need anyone's. Don't wait for the world to tell you when to start, because time doesn't stop for anyone. Start today and work your way towards the future, little by little, inch by inch, mile by mile. You rise now, not because it's easy, because you still can. Live not just for yourself, but for those who went ahead. Remember that.